What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So today we are on our way to a property that my family purchased. Today is Saturday. They close on Friday, and we're gonna go today and go check it out. We've walked it once, not the whole thing. It's 126-ish acres. We only drove up and through like 25% of it, something like that. And a lot of it we just kind of drove up the big driveway and looked left and right to some of the fields that are there. But today we're gonna go do some exploring, see what we can see. So I will see you guys there. Hey guys, just wanted to jump in here and post and talk with you guys a little bit about this footage. When I reviewed it afterwards, I saw it was very shaky and the mule we were riding around in was very loud, but I wanted to use at least a little bit of it, cut it together, and kind of show you guys how grown up this property is and just how much has gotten grown up over the years that it's been abandoned. So at this point, we're driving through a whole bunch of honeysuckle that has taken over the tree line before we get into a back field. There was a whole bunch of poison ivy, but also there were blackberry bushes along this path, which was kind of interesting. I didn't get good footage of it, but we ended up in a field of just nothing but poison ivy that was up to my hip. Right here, we're getting through into that back open field, and then we move into the smaller of the two sections of woods that we got. We were quite pleased with seeing how big and open this was. I was worried it was going to be so overgrown with honeysuckle we wouldn't be able to do anything with it until we cleared it all out, but this is open to where we should be able to get some turkeys coming into this area, which will be great. So from this point going forward, we should be pretty okay on the shakiness. We're going to go explore some of the buildings. It'll be a couple days later when we go back to the property and go look around. It just got too hot for us to continue that day. So thank you for letting me interrupt your guys' video. Enjoy the rest.
Because he's got a snow blade to
It's like
plow through all this poison ivy.
From the military. As long as you're wearing those, you can't get poison ivy.
We thought we were outdoor people, so that's a honeysuckle. Go below the thorns.
There was a camera of some kind here.
Yep, or a salt. I'd say it was a scent lick.
Oh, scent hanger.
Watch your poison ivy. I don't see any.
Okay.
We thought we were outdoor people.
Turns out.
Until there's tons of poison ivy, then we're more winter outdoor people.
All right. So it's about a week and a half later from when we initially ran around the property looking at how overgrown it was. I'm back here with the little one, just looking at some of the buildings that are here. We are up at the old Homestead right now. There's the house. It looks like a chemical shed. And then the big barn. I've already looked in these a little bit before when we initially looked at this property. So like this building is just, I mean, it's just full of junk. It's just all gonna have to get ripped out of there. Coming out here, there's the big barn, which I was just walking around before I turned the camera on. And this barn is a little sketchier than what I remember it being. So as we come into here, this is the major part of the barn that's got an issue. If you look up there, there's a whole beam that's missing. What I didn't notice is that this part of the barn
is being held up by that post, which comes down and rests on newspapers. So we're going to move through here kind of quickly so we don't have that drop on us. But in here, some nice big tires, some sort of like grain mover. As we move into this section of the barn, I mean, everything part of this looks good. Everything looks really stable. The roof looks like it's in good shape. I'm not really concerned about here. It's just that bay over there that looks like it has a problem. And this section of the barn, it's a little precarious to get into because there's a lot of stuff hanging over. Is where I believe they did a lot of milking of cows. It looks like they've got it set up for that. This, I think, would be the easiest portion to close in because there's just a door up there and then that door up there. So I'm kind of hoping we'll use this as the first spot for equipment. So that's the big barn. And that, I don't know how well it's going to come through, but that's the view from this barn. It is quite majestic. My brother-in-law has been out here and he went through and he weed-eated around it so we could look at this guy. And let's see. Oh man, yeah. He said he was pretty sure that just about everything was loose on this. I think he's right. I mean, it all looks pretty solid. Definitely needs a battery. Like, all these lines are in pretty decent shape. I'll have to come back with a jumper and see if we can't start this guy up. Put some new gas in him. See if we can't get him running. Okay, we're coming up to the main house now. We're kind of hoping we can have the fire department come and actually burn this house down because it's in pretty rough shape, all in all. It's got asbestos tiles and stuff like that on it, so we just don't really want to have it. Which I've never been to this front part. I've never been up to the porch. Everything looks sound, so I'm gonna climb up here. Shine a light in through this window, because I think, let's see if you guys can see inside. Holy cow, there's pianos in there. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. It's like a boarded up fireplace. We're not going inside because I don't know how sound this building is. I know the back corner is a little rough. Up here looks pretty good. Like, and this all looks pretty structurally sound, which is good. I'd really like to clear all this out in front of it and see what this view used to look like. Okay. I don't think I can get down that way super easily with the child with me, so I'll have to go back out and around. So as we come around here, this is where the house is just open. I mean, that is into the actual interior of the home. Little side door, and down there, which we're not going down there today because I would need somebody to hold the baby. So stay tuned, and one of these days we'll go down there. But you're gonna have to come back for another video to see that. It's really cool. That's the dinner bell. Okay. So this is the shed behind the house, Just that whole back corner is completely caved in. I'll take a step in because right here looks okay. Huh. Lots of tires, which I believe we are intending to use those as part of our backstop for the range. So we will put those to good use. They won't end up in a landfill. Be good filler material. More tires. Ah, empty. Woo. Hammer. A really old weed whacker. I mean, there are some car parts I see. That looks like that's a trimmer. Old shelves. This looks like it was a workshop at some point. So maybe there's some cool old tools in it. Just more tires. Tires everywhere, man. And oil containers, probably. Be nice to clear all this out and get that big tree right there exposed. I mean, that thing's massive. It's an old, I want to say maple. There's the, oh, that's a grain dryer. Holy cow. We won't go in there too far, but. Oh, there's the well. Or what we think is the well. I'll have to open that up when I got an extra set of hands here. Yeah, because that's the grain storage. And I thought there was another one on this other side, but I'm not seeing it. Ooh. Okay. So there is a car. A Chrysler. Keep an eye out for any poison ivy or anything like that. Can we get the door open? Nope. But like, that's kind of cool. We'll definitely have to dig that out and see what we can do with it. Maybe we can, we'll find something fun to do with that. That's super cool. I knew there was going to be an old car here somewhere. I was really hoping for an old truck, but it's okay. So this is an area where my dad came and sprayed relatively recently, which you can see he's doing a pretty good job of killing off a lot of the stuff we just don't want around. Wow. I have some video of him spraying. I'll show kind of a before with him spraying all this stuff.
So we're in the old barnyard here. You got old gates. This looks like an old refrigerator. Had the junk gates, got a round bale feeder. See, it's all grown up here. I'm just hitting it with the glyphosate 2,4-D mix. Got a light dish back in the old days when they had great big ones. I got a surfactant in here. You can see that leaf is nice and wet. That's what you want to see, otherwise it'll beat up if you don't use a surfactant. Non-ionic surfactant.
Yeah, look at that. That guy's in. I mean, honestly, the underside of it doesn't look that bad. The top on it needs replaced, but I bet you we could take that and fix it. And it looks like there's another one over here. Yeah, here's another one, or something of the sort. Yeah, looks like another trailer in here. Have to pull this guy out too and see what we can do with him. That was all the way around that guy. It's not even the route I meant to take, but I'm sure glad we did. That's what I get for not looking to the left and right as I'm walking. I think that's just about everything for up here. Everything else just looks like trash. I think that's as far as we're gonna go back here today. We'll probably stop this and then head up to the front, because there's another section that you can't get to from up here. You can get to it, but it's the path down there is so overgrown that you have to like crawl on the ground, and I ain't doing that today. So we will regroup down there. We'll have to hop in the truck, go back down the driveway, and go in the second driveway that goes through there. So see you guys there. So now we are down at the other portion of the property where we have this little house here. Definitely not going inside this one as well. I've walked through it once. There's nothing to it. There's like 4 rooms. That's probably not good. I don't know if we're gonna try to refurbish this house or what. It's just kind of in really rough shape overall. I mean, the floor on the inside was falling through. Yeah. Somebody stopped and had a snack here. Looks like just another shed full of junk. This one's not near as bad. It's got a bunch of tiles in it. That one's not near as bad. There's like some stuff that just looks like it's been here for forever, and there's some stuff that looks newer, and I don't know if it's from people dumping their stuff or what, but they left all the trash and everything around. So we're gonna have to throw a lot of this away. We're gonna have to get a dumpster and load it all in. Taking a peek through some of it. It's all just, none of it seems like it's salvageable. We're gonna try to go through and pull all the metal out of it. So one cool thing was here. I don't have the keys to get inside the Quonset hut. Again, that'll have to be for another day thing. So there's this little tractor here. This thing is old, old, old. It's got a tree growing through it, but the tires and everything don't look horrific. I mean, even all the components up in there don't look that bad. So I'm wondering if we can get this thing running and it can be a little toy just to pull stuff around out here. Just like with the other house, there's just junk everywhere. There's junk back in there, which I'm gonna level with you. Kind of looks like a homeless shelter. So I'm not gonna really go back in there. It's kind of weird. There's like wheelchairs and stuff back in there. It wouldn't surprise me if there was that going on in there. Come around back of the Quonset hut. Oh yeah, they are French doors and they are up off the ground. But maybe we can frame in a garage door. I don't know. Here's one of the ponds, one of the 3. Oh, there went something. I'm really excited that they left all of these telephone poles. I think those could be really useful for something. So like I said before, this is the Quonset hut. This is the front end of it. And I do believe it's gonna be locked. Yeah, it is. And I don't have the keys for it with me. More newspapers. Just fine. Like I said, we'll go back and we'll look in it another day. If you guys wanna see what's in the Quonset hut, you'll have to come back for another episode. Hopefully here soon, we'll do that. But right up this hill is the lake that's on this property. Actually, just beyond that is another little pond that me and my wife walked down to a couple days ago. I'll throw in footage of that now. Yeah, I mean, that water should be all the way up right here, so it's like 5 feet short. So that pond's a little grown up. I'm gonna be a little quiet as we come up to the lake, because I don't know what's out there. But you know there's muskrats. I'd kind of like to get footage of them. So this is the best spot I've found so far to go down. There's no poison ivy or anything. There we have it. There's the lake. Big carp. We talked to firefighters about burning the houses here. He's just cruising. See, you see that carp right there? How he's still almost at the surface? That makes me worried that this thing's only like a foot or two deep. Supposedly, the fishing out here used to be fantastic. But I don't know if it still is, because if you see where I'm standing, all the way up there used to be that should be the edge. So I'm standing like 5 feet lower than I should be, which is not great. Over there's the dam. We won't go over to it today, but it is damaged in some way, shape, or form. Let's go back up here. That's why I do legs. That's why I do legs, so you can climb up stuff while holding your kid. And with that, I think that's gonna do it for the first episode of The Abandoned Farm. Hope you guys enjoyed walking around with us and kind of taking some lay of the land. I'm really excited for us to get started on fixing things. We've already done a little bits here and there, sprayed some and whatnot. Best way to support the channel right now is to like and subscribe and share this with a friend who you think might enjoy it. And with that, thanks again for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.